Everyone, let's take a look at Achieve Section 2.2, number 8. We're evaluating a limit numerically. The limit as x approaches 0 of the function f of x, and the function f of x is given as, in this case, sine of 5x divided by 6x. Okay. Now, two things you need to be careful about. Number one, we've got a trig function. So when we go to the calculator, we need to, let me clear this out. We need to be in what mode when we're dealing with trig functions. We need to change our mode to radian mode. So if that's not highlighted, you need to move down there and hit enter and highlight that radian. Okay, so you need to be in radian mode when you're dealing with trig functions. Second, when we're ending this expression in, got to be careful because you're dividing by 6x. So when you write that into the equation editor, sine of 5x divided by, you have to have the 6x in parentheses. If you don't, you're just dividing by 6 only and then multiplying by x, which is not the expression. Okay, you can also put new parentheses around the entire sine of 5x as well. It's not needed because there's just one term there. You're not multiplying two things, even though you see the 5x, that 5x is in parentheses. So it's going to do the 5x first, evaluate the function at 5 times whatever x is, and then divide by, in parentheses, 6x. So to be safe, you may want to go ahead and insert parentheses around the numerator as well. In general, you should probably just do that every time to be careful, because you do need to make sure when you have a long a horizontal bar there, meaning division, you've got to evaluate everything in the numerator, addition, subtraction first, whatever's up there, if there is any, same in the denominator, and then you divide last. Okay, which typically doesn't happen, right? Order of operations, actually, we do multiplication, division before addition, subtraction. But in this case, we need to force the issue. Okay, so once you do that, and make sure again under the table setup that you are in ask mode for the independent variable, dependent variable auto mode. And then when I go to the table here, second table, I will type in values getting close to 0. So for instance, from the negative side, I can plug in -0.1, -0.01, -0.001. That's getting closer and closer to 0. And you can see these values that I'm getting from the table, filling that in. And then similarly from the positive side of 0, 0.1, 0.01, 0.001, you see the same values. This particular function that we have here is what we call an even function, meaning the outputs for any given value of x are the same for negative x. Okay, so f of plus or minus any particular value will give you the same output. However, we can see as we basically progress in either table here from left to right, we're getting closer and closer to, in the denominator here, what the limit appears to be approaching. And so it seems like we're getting closer and closer to 0.83333. Now it does ask to do it to 3 decimal places. So of course we're going to round that off to 0.833. So that is the estimate of the limit using numerical techniques. Hope this is helpful for you.